It's alive! It's alive!
Greetings, Patriots! Jim from Momel here. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you're looking forward to a productive week coming up. I know I am. I hope you are. And there was one thing I wanted to kind of bring up to start off with today. And that is, you may have noticed that I start most of my videos with the phoenix arising from the ashes. And this refers to the fact that, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, when I was up in Fairfield Bay, Arkansas, I started running some similar type videos, vlogs, whatever you want to call them. And I referred to myself as the Fairfield Bay Gadfly. And, I was just a real pain in the butt to a lot of people up there. But they needed to have someone who was a pain in their butt. But there was also, toward the end, a lot of litigation going on. And for my peace of mind, I just pulled back from that. However, I can't stay away very long, so I had to come back and start looking into current issues, both maybe, I don't know that so much local, but maybe state and national for sure, because we have a big problem here in the United States in order to save our republic with this election. Now, let us review some items from last week. When asked by reporters when she would sit down for an in-depth interview concerning the issues, her position on them, and whatever else you want, Karmala said she would have to check with her team. Does that mean that she's not in charge of her own candidacy for President of the United States? I don't think you could say the same thing about Trump, that's for sure. So just who is in charge? Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and, of course, George Clooney. Think about it. Left and East Coast liberal elites along with a Hollywood liberal elite. Of course, you could continue following the money all the way to George Soros and other big money puppet masters. Is that how you want our republic run? The Democrats have already stabbed their original first choice, which millions of people voted for. That would be, of course, President Biden. When they realized Biden wasn't capable of running, much less putting a coherent sentence together. Now, let's just switch gears a little bit, and we're moving on to Tampon Tim. Tell you what, let's shorten his moniker a bit and just stick with TT, which sounds like it suits him too. Wait for it, a T. Oh, I've been waiting to do that one, and if I can get my notes straight, then we'll go right on ahead. We have a video for you today. And that video showed up last week from a TT campaign speech in March of 2018, in which he refers to weapons of war that I carried in war.
Hope woke up like many of you did 5 weeks ago and Dad said, "Dad, you're the only person I know who's in elected office. You need to stop what's happening with this." I'll take my kick in the butt for the NRA. I spent 25 years in the Army and I hunt. And I gave the money back, and I'll tell you what I have been doing. I've been voting for common sense legislation that protects the Second Amendment, but we can do background checks. We can do CDC research. We can make sure we don't have reciprocal carry among states, and we can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
Of course, he is referring to AR-style rifles, which are, in no form or fashion, weapons of war. Now, here's a photo of yours truly carrying a real weapon of war. A M16, And that was after I'd been out all night on the flight line perimeter watching for Charlie to climb over the wire. In a blowing monsoon rain to add to the fun. You know, what could be more fun than get soaking wet and waiting on somebody to come try to blow you up? That's always fun. But I had my trusty M16, my little bandolier of about 10 magazines, 200 rounds. Glad I didn't have to use them. But I was there and I was ready. Also, I thought our war in Italy ended in 1945. So I'm unsure which war TT was talking about, since in time of war, that's where he went. So who knows? I guess he had to hand out some day passes to go in to get some pasta or something. I don't know. But I don't see where an M16 or whatever they're carrying now would be of any use to them for that. At this point, the Democrat politicians are saying anything they can, to include Karmala's steal of Trump's position on removing taxes on service workers' tips, which she said the same thing in the same venue as Trump originally used, Las Vegas, which of course has just scads of service workers. And she's talking about raising the minimum wage even more, so that means your $8 Big Mac is now going to cost $10. Or something. You know, you can follow the reasoning on this. You cannot believe anything the Democrats say, period. Use your head, folks. This is Jim from Maumelle saying, remember to vote America, not Democrat.